What's up, guys? It is the pilot episode of Dear Blind Dudes. I cannot express how excited me and all the guys have been for this. This has actually been in the works for quite some time now. Probably technically, I would even say probably even before Christmas. It's been in the ideas and the works, and man, we're finally here. I can't say enough about how excited I am and how much this podcast is going to be, and so much more than just a podcast. Um, Let me introduce to the second member, Mr. Will Gilly.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Dude, this
Long
has
time no
been,
see.
I know it. I know it. This has been this whole shebang has been in the works for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember
a
you
long
called me.
time.
I remember you called me and you're like, "Hey, I think we I think we could get this going."
100%.
And I think you had asked me, you were like, you know, I mean, if you're good with it, if you're on board, like, like,
Look,
bro,
I'm not going to try to talk anybody into anything.
right?
Sometimes I will, though. I mean,
Yeah,
look, people wanted more than just dad jokes. They wanted to talk to us, and that was
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
But we found a couple of our buddies we've had for some time now, and
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to know what we actually do in our free time and some of the cool things that we do, and the other guys that are part of the Dear Blind Dudes crew now are
Yeah,
some of the realest and have been in the industry longer than us even. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
they've been playing and hanging out for a long time. And I think if they dig deep, they're going to recognize them.
Yeah,
They're
yep,
gonna
yep.
they're gonna
Because
see and be like,
they're
I've seen that guy.
exactly. Yeah.
So
Um.
bring them in.
So why don't we just get into it? So this
Let's
next
do
guy uh owns his own media company
it.
called Wilderness Outdoor Media, and heck of a dude. You've
Absolutely.
probably seen him all over TikTok, uh selling the most randomest things.
Like a champ, though. Like a
Like a
champ.
champ. And probably 90% of what's on TikTok shop is sold by him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and uh,
He's hard to say no
can't
to.
can't hard to say no. I mean, the
He
way
just
he
gives you
presents
every
it though,
time.
like it's hard for you to just not like take your just
That's it.
let's introduce him,
Let's
Mr.
go.
Stephen Red.
What's going on? Oh
What's
my
up?
We missed the drum roll, though.
Dude, I was gonna have a product ready to be like, have you seen this on TikTok? I got this thing off the TikTok shop. You guys can click the link right down here below and go and check this out.
What was it you showed us? It was a bag.
Purse.
It was a purse. It was a purse.
It was a purse. Okay.
Not a European man bag. It's a full-on purse.
No, it was a puffer purse. It was a puffer jacket purse. And hey, if it's gonna make me some money, I'm gonna sell it.
That's
There you
right.
go.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
I'm a little pickier about my things, but I'm not gonna lie. I've bought some dumb stuff off of TikTok because I'd be scrolling past your video at like 1 a.m. and I'm like, I'll try it.
Whatever.
I need
Oh
to
my
deactivate my card from my phone after like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Like I just had packages coming in, and the 7-year-old's like, "Daddy, you got another package?" I'm like,
Yeah, I had to get my post office, UPS, FedEx. I got them all Christmas cards with some money in them because I felt so bad. Like,
Yeah. They probably hate you.
Every day it's like 10, 15 packages. And I'm like, man, I feel bad for these people. And my wife's like, well, we should get them a Christmas card. And I was like, well, I'll throw $100 bill in there or something. That'd be nice. And my UPS guy was like, I've never had anybody do this for me. He was like, that meant the world. And I was like, oh, I mean, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So,
Work harder
Yeah.
at your house than anybody else's.
Oh, he did. He was like, you're my favorite person. He's like, I take care of all your packages, make sure they don't get damaged. He's like, you're one of the first people I deliver to because I want you to get your stuff early in the morning. And I'm like,
I'm going to give
anytime
mine
of the day's
Christmas
fine.
cards then, and maybe they'll stop breaking my things.
Any time of the day is fine. I'm not picky.
That's the
So, the now fourth member of Dear Blind Dudes, he owns
bearded wonder,
the Bearded Wonder,
the silver fox himself.
the Silver Fox himself.
I mean, he's kind of like all of our grandpas or something. He's older than all of us by a lot.
He is.
Yeah.
That means more knowledge.
That means more knowledge.
He's made mistakes, so we don't have to.
Exactly.
He owns. Is it a part of the company? Maybe.
What now?
GYT 90.
That's what he owns. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is GYT 90.
He is.
He is GYT 90.
in
Let's
the
bring him
flesh.
in, Mr. Justin Keller. Hey.
I couldn't not do it after Steven said what he said about having product. I just happen to have something right over here. Had to bring him in. If you guys ain't seen it, here it is. But what's up, guys?
Those are heavy jugs.
Yeah, yes, they are kind of heavy.
You just picked them up like a solo cup. That old man strength. That's what it is.
So-
That is, man. That is. Yeah.
It's guys, we're finally here. It's the pilot episode.
It's been a
Glad to
process.
be here.
Like, we've had so many phone calls about this, about how we're going to tie it all together and get here. And I think we still got some things to do.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we were like, you know what, screw it. Let's just get the first episode out.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And all the socials
sure.
are up. Which
All
I'm
the
sure you
socials
can
are
link.
up.
Do your technology stuff.
Yep. All the Facebook posts are from me. And Steven, you went to ATA.
Yeah.
So I got the videos of all that up on YouTube, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, freaking pilot episode, guys. We're finally here, and you know, to play off of what you had said, Will, that people and even us were wanting to do so much more than just the jokes and stuff like that, and we wanted to just be deeper and deeper and deeper into the outdoor industry and explore every freaking avenue there is to, because there's a lot to do.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot to do.
There's so much. And we do a lot. But I think we'd be doing ourselves a disservice if we didn't discuss, without mentioning that other thing, how this relationship came to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we've been talking about this since we first met. And if any of us had listened to our parents and they say, don't talk to strangers on the internet,
None of us listened.
we wouldn't be here. But I feel like Steven found us on TikTok, maybe. Justin found on TikTok?
He did. Yep.
Okay. I just remember, I don't remember somebody anyway. There's somebody reached out, and then I guess Steven and I talked, and he was like, "Hey, there's this big turkey hunt in Henrietta, Texas. You guys want to come down?" And we were like, "Yep." I didn't even ask anybody. I just said, "Yeah." And forgot to tell y'all till like the week of. And anyway, we got down there, and the other guy was like, "So how long have y'all known each other?" Man, we started talking on TikTok like 2 weeks ago. And that was it. We got down there, the Hap Good, and I really just kind of hit it off, I guess.
Man, we did.
Yeah.
When,
It was a
when
great
you
time.
spend 4 days listening to everybody snore and not sleep, that's just like man bonding.
That wasn't
Yeah,
even
that's
you,
true.
Steven. Okay, that was me listening to everyone else's
I did
snore and
not.
not
You put
sleeping.
earplugs in.
No,
You put earplugs in.
if
I
it's
had to.
anybody, it's Clayton, and
It's
he
Clayton.
sounds like he's gonna die.
Oh my gosh.
Because I just went to ATA with him and listened to him die at least 15 to 20 times. I'm not even kidding.
It's so bad.
Like, me and Sheldon are laying in the bed on the other side of the room, and it's like 1 a.m, and he's snoring, and it's like been going on for hours. And I go,
So
I've
bad.
never heard somebody cut like so much wood in their life because it sounds like a chainsaw.
It does.
And he's like, I can't sleep. And I'm like, he's bound to run out of gas at some point. And the next morning, he was like, I had full tank. I was ready to go.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
dude, like, you got to go to the doctor because you
100%.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I'll never
scary.
forget. I'll never forget being in the cabin with you guys at Hapgood. I was laying there, and obviously Clayton's the loudest of all of you.
Yeah.
So like, my focus is predominantly on his. Well, dude has sleep apnea so bad, like he will stop breathing. Like he'll do just a giant like chainsaw snore.
I'm pretty
Saw
sure
a
you
whole
said
tree down.
it
He'll
was like
saw a whole tree down, and
I
then like it'll just
recorded him.
and then it'll just
oh,
stop. And so obviously I can't sleep through that. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, it's about time for another breath, and it's not happening. And so I'm over there. I'm laying there, and I'm like, God, you need to check on him.
Please protect our turkey
Like,
collar. We really
it's
need
like-
him to call his turkeys tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
he's
It's
a
like-
champ.
It's at least like a solid like 20 to 30 seconds before the death
Dude, it's impressive.
time.
Like I can't hold my breath underwater as long. He needs to be like a dive instructor. That's what he needs to do. He needs to like train Coast Guard and Navy SEALs and stuff because you got to try to go to sleep in that.
You
like,
got to go to
calm
sleep
before the
before him.
storm.
You
Yeah.
can't sleep.
Yeah, you definitely got to get to sleep before him.
Yeah.
But Steven, they sell earplugs on TikTok shop. I'm surprised you ain't picked none up yet. I got some somewhere. I was looking for
Hey,
them.
so funny story. Last
Yeah.
week I had Decibels reach out and they're like, "Hey, we want to get some custom earplugs in your hands so you can mess with them." I'm like, "Absolutely,
Sure.
love to." I link down below. Go check it out. And so they sent them. I filmed it. Love them. This week, another company's like, "Hey, we got some earplugs," and I was like, "Turkey Fest is in 2.5 months." Like, yeah, send them. I might need an extra pair.
100% anti-Clayton devices.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Steven's TikTok channel is like a convenience store gas station. Like for real.
But
Like, you
it's
just go to his
more-
channel and like there's anything and everything.
It's not like your bougie like Quick Trip, Come and Go. I don't know what kind of gas stations you guys got where you are.
We got
It's more like 7-Eleven. Like you just never know what the hell you're gonna find.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that
That's
keeps
fair.
it exciting. Like,
Yeah.
I got stuck on TikTok Shop because I like caffeine. So pretty much all of my videos are either jokes or caffeine related.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the mystery aisle in Aldi's. Like you just never know what's going to be down that aisle. Like,
Yes, I love that.
Walmart.
Yeah.
But
Golly, Bill. But
And I
hey,
sell the randomest stuff too. Like
I know you do.
I've been selling this this CZ ring that I accidentally said was like moissanite or something. I didn't know what the heck it was. I didn't do the research first. Just talking about it. Has over 1 million views. Sold like 600 of them to people. I feel kind of bad because I kind of half lied to them. But
there's only one CZ I know, and it's Pew Pews.
yeah,
Well, I guess we don't have to censor ourselves really here, but
no, this isn't TikTok.
but no, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, but you've kicked ass with it. And I mean,
Mhm.
it's a
man.
weird time because even from like the business side of things, like you could spend as much as you want on Google ads and all these different things, but you send a product to one content creator one time and you can blow it out of the water. You know,
I mean, look
that's
at what you
part of
did
the
with the
reason we're here
straps, man.
too, is it's hard for the
Yeah,
outdoor
100%.
industry to really push things anymore. And maybe it won't be now, staying away from politics and everything, but you know, hopefully things get a little better, you know, in the outdoor space. But not all of them can advertise on TikTok or Facebook or, you know, some of the socials.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so hopefully we can show people what to use, what not to use, because that's.
And
I've bought some impulse things from like TikTok shop and stuff
Right.
like that. I'm like, man, I regret this.
yeah,
Immediate regret. Like the chili oil noodles I tried tonight. They're probably good, but
Nope.
and
I'll bring some to Turkey Fest. We can try them
there
together.
you go. But yeah, so you know, like so many things to do in this outdoor industry that we're wanting to dip our feet in and get into and get some really good content out of it for you guys. Um and it's going to be more than just this podcast. This podcast is almost going to serve probably as like where we regroup and we talk about it. You know, now for a little while, it is going to be a podcast till we can figure out some things and get the plans going. And we may already have some.
We do. We're in different states, though. I mean, that's
And it's hard.
I'm in West Tennessee. You know, I mean, we got Missouri and Kentucky and everything. It's hard. I mean, it's not like we're just right down the road from each other.
Right.
No.
So that's going to take some strategic planning there. But it is going to happen. It is going to happen. We're probably going to do some really awesome hunts that we're going to get some good content with, and we're going to act like idiots in some deer blinds and turkey blinds and all this and that.
Chase cows.
It's going to be.
Jokers are fast.
Hey, that video is going to have to go up at some point.
I want to. Do we have the video of me touching the cow and almost falling in the pond?
Okay, you didn't get it. You got really close, way closer than I thought it was going to happen. And here's the thing: that was like 60 pounds ago. You'll get it this year. I believe it.
It was 91 pounds ago.
That was a baby calf ago.
Calf ago.
You were gonna ride that cow all the way home, and I have that confidence in you, sir.
I will touch that cow.
They were fast.
I'm wondering if I can find it.
Something that big move that fast. That was frightening.
Yeah.
But
I really thought I was going to fall in the pond, though.
We really did, too.
Oh, I've got it.
Do you really?
You got the video?
I do.
Oh, we got to show that soon.
Hang on.
Can you throw it up on screen?
I can.
Let's go.
Oh, I gotta find it again. Hang on.
I say when we go back, we pulled David on here as a guest.
Yes,
absolutely.
I think we need to set up at Turkey Fest and go live
for sure. I think that would be a cool thing. And that's the other thing. I mean, we'll have guests. It won't always just be us, but there are some super cool people in the outdoor industry, and some of them are just regular people that love the outdoors and stuff like that too. But you know, it's not all about just finding the most famous person that you can. There'll be some knowledge that I was trying to censor myself because you know, bad words are fun, but there will be a lot of knowledge that we're able to kind of help out with here and kind of fix some of the misconceptions, man. Everybody thinks you got to be rich and spend all this money to get into the outdoors, and you don't. that's one thing.
Unless you want to be on TV, and then you got to be rich.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
You got to
does the
either be
news count?
you got to either be rich, good looking, or I don't know what the third one is, but it's something else that I ain't got.
I was gonna say I'm 0 for 2.
I got the middle one.
That's the middle one.
I ain't got the first one or the last one that you can't think of. I got the looks.
There you go. The confidence. That's what's key is the confidence.
Yeah.
But no, I do think it'd be cool. I mean, and that's to be on TV. Yeah, I mean, but the TV guys are making a fraction of what the social media guys are making now.
Oh,
with
100%.
way more work and everything else. But I mean, I know we all have the old heads, that we're friends with that taught us, how to hunt and stuff like that. Now, I think it'd be pretty cool to get some of those old heads on, and kind of bridge that gap, between are we millennials? What are we?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. According to y'all, I'm like,
yeah, no, you're a boomer, bro.
I'm the one above you.
You're
I don't
a
know what
straight boomer.
I don't know what you are, but whatever you are, this will bridge the gap. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
But also, I'm just gonna come out and say it. There's so much BS in the outdoor space now, and people are just, you either got to be a half naked woman or some rich guy from New York or something like that. And that's not how we roll.
No.
Show you how to do real outdoor stuff. I mean, that's not. Yeah.
My hunting is funded by TikTok Shop. So
I literally, people laugh, but like when we started those, the dad jokes and stuff, that's literally how I hunt. I got those fiberglass poles from Walmart that or wherever, that you clip on, and a piece of the mossy oak burlap, and I would just clip it to it, and I had a portable blind. I could go, wherever I wanted to go, deer hunting, turkey hunting, whatever it was. I wasn't bound to just one spot. The weather changes, water dries up over here. I could move it, and everybody's like, "Oh, you built that just for this." Now it lives under my back seat with the tripods. It's just what it is.
Yep.
But
y'all ready for the video?
Oh
Yeah.
oh my.
Oh yeah. This is a Hapgood Ranch.
Oh, I'm actually that place.
Steven
Yeah, I was
wants to go slap a cow.
You may not like it, but this is what peak male performance looks like. You hit the e-brake so hard. I'm glad
I did. I locked it up.
Hey, but even on there, a while ago you were saying you touched him, but even in the video you said I almost had him.
I did. Yeah.
So you didn't get him.
The play is under further review, but nah, you were so close though.
Yeah.
So close.
If I would have been willing to go in the pond, I'd have touched it down.
I mean, it was hot, but it wasn't that hot. I don't think I'd have wanted to be in that pond. And that pond is probably not that I'm the cleanest person around, but that pond is probably not very sanitary.
No.
Mm.
I had my phone in my pocket. That was why.
That was your moneymaker.
Expensive cow slap.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
we need a noise for that.
Can you see the tag on her here? I want to make sure we find her.
Find
She's
who?
probably long gone. She's probably long gone. She's probably in some steaks.
No,
I don't know. She's probably, but
no, ain't no way.
usually run the steers instead. But
Steven's over there. He's like that 40-year guy. Like, you telling me for 40 years I could have been eating steak? Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You don't cut your baby makers into steaks.
Hey, I don't know what they do in Texas. They do everything different in Texas.
I mean, that's true. At least it's not Missouri or something. But
yeah,
ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. I'm gonna find her.
You're probably gonna show back up. We're gonna be driving, in the side by side, and We're gonna hear "Murr," and she's gonna be calling to you.
Yeah.
That's a big place. I mean, she's gonna have to holler, but
Man, we'll find her.
damn. But I will say, and I hate
Yeah.
to do a shameless plug thing, but I do have some initial first season results for GYT 90.
All right.
I got to get out my scientific report. It works.
It works.
It works.
Yeah.
Is that all you had wrote down on the paper? Was it work?
It probably wasn't even wrote down.
Well, I don't
He
know
said
most of
my
the words and numbers
scientific
that's in the
report.
report. You know what I mean? But it did work. I mean, I put it in like the least appropriate spot I could find on the property. Like no sun, no anything, just no real water, just put it out. And I was like, we'll see what happens. And that first time I thought it was a fluke when I texted you.
Yeah.
It was 11 minutes. Like I wasn't even done setting up the camera when we had like 12 or 13 deer come through the woods, scared the crap out of me. And
It's ready to
I
fight,
know.
man.
Dude, it was ridiculous. Like I'd never put anything out there, and I'd had a camera out there before because it is kind of a fork in the road. Well, I mean the field road, I guess. But dude, it worked, and I mean I'm gonna use it throughout the season or throughout the year this year, and do some other things. And I can't speak for different areas, but it's so damp here. I mean, like when I put it out, like August or whatever it was like 95% humidity, and it was the middle of a drought, or just after a drought, I guess. And I thought the ground would soak it up and stuff, but it was pretty cool. I'm very big on traditional hunting, not using attractants and stuff like that, but man, it was like a cheat code, dude. That was,
Have you seen my stump? The picture.
I saw the video of the stump.
Yeah, like that started out. We cut that cedar tree down, and we started pouring GYT on it last year or the year before. Was it last year?
I think it was last year. Yep.
Yeah, I think we started pouring on it last year, so it's been on it for a little over a year now, probably. And it's, I mean, probably a third gone. The stump is, but I mean, you can just like it's starting to cave way down in. Like they're really digging out the inside of the stump, which is wild to me. I wouldn't think deer would eat wood, but they do.
Yeah, they definitely do, and and I'm not here to brag just because it's mine, but the reason I got into it is because I tried it and I seen the results. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm pushing something that I haven't seen work. I've got spots that I've been using it for 5 years now, and man, they're tearing stumps up. They're digging holes in rocky soil. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It really is, and it's made to not wash off. That's why we use the soybean oil. So it's not gonna wash off, and it's gonna soak in and do what it needs to do.
I mean, it's good.
That's freaking awesome.
I don't know all the nerd data and stuff like that, but part of the reason I didn't use attractants before was there's so much crap that they put in them. And I'm eating anything that we harvest, whether it's a turkey or a deer. That was the other thing. The turkeys loved it. I don't know. They just, all the animals kind of did, but I don't want to eat a bunch of fake crap. And I mean, I've had other attractants that worked pretty well short term or whatever it was, but they got like words I can't pronounce, which in fairness is a lot of words, but I can't even work my way around some of them, and I'll Google them, and it's like, this is poison. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't need any help, in that department. So it is good though. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing like update stuff and stuff like that, but I mean, I can't afford to have anybody come in and do some ginormous food, which I mean, it's a working farm. I mean, most of the farm is planted year round, but where I've never been able to put stuff close to the fields because, somebody's going to eat that, and I can't risk putting dangerous products that close to, food that's for human consumption, which is part of the reason I put it up in the woods anyway, because I didn't really look into it that much. On that note, I want to just assure everybody that if we talk about a product on this show, it's because we trust it and it works, not just because they pencil whipped a check. It's like I'm poor, but I don't want to be poor and shady.
Yeah.
Is there any way maybe to put like his website up there on screen for a second so people know where to go?
That'd be some of that magic.
Yeah.
We got to have them doing something but sitting there staring at us.
Yeah. And
Wow.
we've talked about stuff on TikTok and all that, man. Let me tell you, Steven was on me about, man, you need to put it on the TikTok shop. You need to put it on the TikTok shop. I was like, man, I ain't got time. I've got my website. I've got this going. And he's like, man, it's so much easier. And, just put it on there. And so what did we put on there, Steven? Like 40 or 60 or something?
I think I uploaded 20 of each flavor, wasn't it?
I think, like I said, I couldn't remember if it was 40 or 80, but I think we did 80. I think we did 20 of each.
I think we did
flavor
20
on
of
there.
each and then 10 of the twos each.
Yeah.
And he sold clean out, right?
Yeah. And
that's fast.
We put it in on Saturday, and Tuesday I was out. And
because that was the weekend that I texted and I was like, oh, I need to buy some more. Yeah. And Steven was like, oh, he's out. And I was like out? He's like, out.
Well, it was the perfect time of year too. And I posted my video, my stump video. And I think it got like 60, 80, 100,000 views. I don't even know how many now. But it just was like ding. And I get the notifications too since I set the shop up. So every time an order comes through, I'm getting an order and I'm like, well, I wonder if I sold that or where that order came from. And I'm looking and I'm like, it's like ting, 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 ting. And
I think that was the first TikTok shop video that I put up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And that's what it takes, man, is it takes those people putting that stuff out there, promoting it. And, I even had to call my dad in for help because I had some stuff going on. I couldn't get to the post office, and I was like, hey, Dad, I need you to take these packages to the post office. And he's like, well, how many you got? And I was like, 18 to 20. And he was like, well, what do I do when I get there? I ain't real sure because I ain't never been there.
Right.
That was another thing, though. You were shipping everything through what, UPS?
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, it's too expensive.
Right.
Like,
is it gyt90.com?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we
right
did
there.
Research, worked on the cheapest way to ship them, but them still get there, and we got them switched to USPS, and that brought the shipping down for everybody, thankfully, to where it's more affordable to ship to people.
Right.
Yeah. And it is, man. It's outrageous these days with shipping. Anything that comes in off the website, I charge a flat fee. I'm not going to charge the customer the full shipping on that because I'm telling you, man, it's ridiculous. Hopefully the economy will come back up and prices will go down, but I'm here and I'm gonna keep doing it because the customers are what's keeping me going. So I'll keep.
You were paying close to $20 a jug to ship, which was insane. Absolutely insane. And we got it down to what, $12, I think. $10,
10, 12, something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'll basically cut it in half, which is great. It just that having to ship it thing is what stinks. But if we can get this thing into a lot more stores and stuff like that, that's where we can get it into local markets and stuff. Right. That's going to be good.
Well,
and that's my goal.
Name of the game. If we can get, there it is, dear blind dudes. One thing I want to bring up too is I want this to be like a competition sometimes. Like when we go places or we do things, I want to have like I don't know. I like to talk smack anyway. But
Like Turkey
everything.
Fest?
Yeah, like Turkey Fest, right?
Because me and Justin are about to smoke you and Nick.
Yeah, we are.
Not. It's just not happening.
We're pulling out the secret weapon. David's already got them roped up, tied up, and has been feeding them for months.
I wish that would help you. I really do.
We got some big old fat birds ready to go.
Is it going to be embarrassing when you lose, or are you going to be happy for your buddies?
No, I'm bringing home that belt buckle this year, boys. Ain't no way.
The only way you're getting a belt buckle is if you buy one at Boot Barn on the way out. That's what happens.
If I don't win a belt buckle, I'm going back to that gas station we stopped at on the way home, and I'm buying that goddamn cock. I'm going to do it. I'm buying the rooster.
Do we have a censor button? We need Oh, I forget. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to beat you, but second place is pretty good, man. I mean, that is number 2. That is good, man.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
And what's worse, so I'm gonna bring 2 calls, and one of them was my great granddaddy's calls, and one of them was my great granddaddy on the other side's calls.
Well,
and we're gonna beat
Justin heard you call last year, so we ain't worried about that.
So I quit chewing tobacco, right? So I don't have to maneuver around the dip.
Will.
What?
You did?
Yeah, man. Zinning is winning.
Oh, I thought you meant you quit that. I was like,
If you think I quit nicotine, you're out of your mind.
dude,
I've got
I
an
was
11-day-old
like,
baby in the
ain't
other
no
room.
way.
Out of your mind.
Yeah.
But no, it's might be time for a swap now.
I mean,
The ASMR, you know. But no, yeah, we're. Ugh. I remember 7th grade, but
yeah.
But no, I'm gonna.
Justin doesn't. He's way too old to remember that.
Yeah.
That's 7th grade then.
Yeah.
I'm sure numbers were a thing, but
And I can remember the first time I dipped too.
that was probably a plastic top.
Yeah, and man, I threw up everywhere. Ugh.
It's a good story. No, I didn't do it. I didn't throw it my first time. My second time wasn't good. But no, yeah, I want to build this into like the biggest competition. I think that's our first I've got a coyote tournament at the end of the month, but I think that's the first thing that we can all get down on.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna mess y'all up so bad, it's gonna be so embarrassing, but that's okay.
What happens though when we draw Hapgood and you guys draw like the Ponderosa?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'll cry because I don't like new things. I'm still gonna come cuddle. Like
they might pull what's his name, the cheater guy. What was his name?
Oh, we need that guy. Yeah. I remember.
What was his name? Cole.
Yeah.
The Lone Star. They may pull him. Yeah, he cheats every year.
Hey, he may want us though.
Yeah. Now, I can't say that he cheated every year. Now, I don't know the story last year, but I know there's some tricky stuff going on with the check-ins and stuff. But the year before that, we had him, and he did put us on some pretty big birds. But
for the record, for everybody watching, because we're talking like nobody or everybody knows what this is.
Yeah, we need to explain Turkey Fest.
Turkey Fest is down in Henrietta, Texas, which is Clay County. It's part of something that the Chamber of Commerce does to kind of promote the county, and it's awesome. But it is a tournament of sorts, and it involves lots of local ranches, and essentially there are 2 tiers, right? You've got pro teams and amateurs, and the amateur side is individual, which we didn't know till like day 2 or 3. So we were all put together, and couldn't figure it out. But that's okay. And then on the pro side, it's what, 3-man teams.
Mm-hmm.
So each ranch draws a team, or picks a team, however it goes, and individuals, there are prizes and stuff like that. And it's an awesome auction. It starts and ends with a meal and a banquet and stuff. And then last year there were definitely some learning curve shenanigans and whatnot, but last year was the first time the two of y'all were on a team.
Yep.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we thought we were on a team, Nick and I, and we weren't. So now that we know, if we come in as a pro team, we're going to. You remember what happened when you were a little kid and you did something bad, and your dad hollered at you, and then you got spanked. And we're going to be in the business of taking people back to their childhoods. That's what's going to happen. We're going to bring a level of nostalgia to it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have
think
some
this
talks.
year we need to walk in with boots and spurs and jeans and a button-up shirt and a cowboy hat, and we all need to walk in a single file line like we're the boss.
I think we did that last year minus the spurs, but
Yeah.
I've probably still got some spurs. They'd be a little small, but we can bend them out.
I could probably get some at the TikTok shop for them.
Yeah. Okay. Steven could probably find us some.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But no,
you can
I
probably sell them on
agree with that.
TikTok
We
shop.
walk in like we own the place because we're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we need to take first and second place regardless. If y'all win by some cosmic act or whatever,
It will be cosmic because my turkeys are going to have beards that long and the spurs are going to be that long. So it's going to be cosmic that we're going to win it.
You gonna have a bird as
Those
big as
spurs
you.
that I got off of TikTok that we're gonna glue on, they're like 2.25 inches.
There you go.
So we're just gonna
go places with that, but we're not going to.
we're gonna put spurs on because they don't really check that well.
So I'm gonna pattern. I'm gonna work on patterning. That's
or what me and Justin are gonna do is we're just gonna shoot the beards off our turkeys and then just guesstimate.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, probably, but I want an 85-yard pattern. That's what I'm going to focus on.
Hey, the bird Justin tried to get me to shoot that last day. Shoot that bird. Shoot that bird.
You could have shot him, dude. You see how big a bird was?
And I'm like, I can't shoot that bird. He's like, shoot that bird. And you can hear it all on film. Shoot that bird. He's like 120 yards away. I'm like, I can't shoot that
We
bird.
call that sky busting. That's the thing.
So
Dude,
the bird I ended up shooting was what, 54 or something
Yeah,
yards?
something
And
like that.
this
I
bird was
remember it was a good
another 70 past him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe
And all
the
you hear
bird,
in
though,
the
man.
video is, shoot that bird, shoot that bird. And I'm like, no.
I was about to shoot him with my 410. We was going to take him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
a slug or something. No, but it's gonna be fun, and I mean, we'll be able to play some and stuff like that. And, I mean, I know it's a little bit early, but we'll have some precursor stuff, and hopefully maybe some guests before it. But at least a portion of us are going to be at NWTF next month.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make it down there. If I don't make it down for the whole thing, I'm gonna try to make it down there for Friday and Saturday.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it's a cool thing. In the videos, all you'll hear are about 97% calls that don't sound like a turkey at all, but it's kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But that'll be pretty cool. It's a fun thing. I mean, if you have either of y'all ever been?
Yeah.
I haven't been.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
I used to go every year, and then kind of falls on different weekends, and
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean, there are a lot of companies there. I mean, the wait list, even for a company to get on or get in, is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Got a buddy that's been on the wait list for 2.5 years. Well, the last two, he thought he was going to get a spot this time and didn't.
Yeah. Jason from Nose Down, I was talking to him at ATA, and he was like, I'm on the list, man, but I don't think I'm getting in. He's like, but I'll be there either way.
Yeah. That's the cool part is people still come, so you still get to meet a lot of people and, hang out. That's where I found a bunch of new stuff that I was, decided to try. And
we should be getting on a plane this week and headed to SHOT Show in Vegas.
I know. I was talking to Travis about it, and just all the people in some of my groups and stuff, because I'm in like a lot of the builders groups and everything, and everybody's just like, "Oh yeah, headed out." I'm like, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
We were there 2 years ago, and it was. I mean, if you care about firearms and stuff like that at all, it is the place to be. I mean, they're the people that go for the stickers and everything like that. But you just got so many vendors and companies and stuff like that. But I mean, NWTF is it's a lot bigger and a lot cooler than people think. I mean, it's not as big a SHOT Show. I mean, nothing is, but as far as new products, and I feel like people are more willing to talk to you at NWTF with it being kind of that smaller environment.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a consumer show. So, I mean, regular Joes can go in. Now, SHOT Show, they're talking about making the last day of SHOT Show this year open to the public. It would be
one day trip to Vegas.
Yeah,
for somebody that ain't me. Yeah. I
mean, we talked to ATA people about that. About opening one day to the public. I don't think they're going to actually do it, but if it keeps shrinking, I think they'll try something because it's getting smaller.
Well, you gotta do things different. I mean, they're of all the brands, and y'all know this as well as I do. Of all the brands that are out there, there may be 500 different brands. There may only be 100 of those that are independently owned. Your top 20 favorite brands may be owned by one or two companies. Not that that's a bad thing per se. I mean, because a lot of them still
talk about those companies.
Do what?
Can we talk about those companies, or is that like a thing we don't talk about?
I guess it just depends. I don't know. I mean, a lot of it is, somebody might not know,
Like in the outdoor industry, GSM and Paradigm have like dominance.
Yeah.
I mean, they own everything.
Well, even if you think up to like Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got Bass Pro, they've got Cabela's, they've got, I don't know, hell, everything, I guess. Redhead and the whole nine. So many brands under the umbrella, which for a lot of it, that keeps things more affordable. But, that's some of the misconceptions I want to run down, throughout the year and everything. Is, you see some of these arguments. Well, I like this brand over this brand. And it's like, well, that's the same thing.
Yep.
Well, I don't know how they're sued for copying this brand, right? Because they got the same owners.
Yeah, because they're made by the same place. They just put their name on it.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, but I don't know. And we're probably going to have some differing opinions on some of our favorite brands.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm partial to things. I like trying new things, but Nick probably knows this best, but especially when it comes to like hunting and firearms and stuff, I am one of the pickier individuals you'll come across. If it doesn't work for me once, I'm pretty done with it.
You guys can't and what my favorite bow brand is, can you?
I don't know. I was trying, but it might be Bear.
It is, yeah.
First bow I ever shot was a Bear.
And see, like you, like I'm gonna take a piece. I'm gonna take a piece of what you said, Will, and it does play a huge part in choosing a brand that, like you said, works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because like everyone's got different needs. Everyone likes different things.
100%.
Everyone operates differently. So if you find that product that may not work for you, but it does for you, or may not work for them, but it does for you.
Right.
Yeah. That
Right.
for a long time, people were ashamed to even say that they shot bear because it was like people thought bear was like the lower end, and I've shot bear for a long time now, and I can tell you right now, it's the best shooting bow that I shoot. Like it feels good to me, and people will argue that this brand's better, that brand's better, but it's what feels good to you. If you like it, don't ever be ashamed of it, because
as long as it works,
as long as it works,
all the time. And as the well, and Bear, I'll say it, was like a lot of outdoor companies. They retained the same customer base for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. They didn't have to spend money on marketing. Why market to new people when every couple of years, every 3 to 5 years, somebody's getting a new Bear bow because that's what they had and that's what their granddaddy had, and that's you don't have to, but unfortunately we're hitting the time where all the old heads that we grew up knowing are starting to pass on, and there are so many brands now. We may go through 5 or 6 different brands before we end up back with a Bear. It's the same one we shot when we were kids, but we wanted to do something different because this new shiny rock over here. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we go back to the basics. Oh yeah. I mean, I've run Hoyt. I've got a PSE crossbow in there, which is it's fine. I mean, I've never had any issue, but like I said, it's y'all's fault that so if my wife gets mad, it's on y'all. But I'm gonna get back into bow hunting and stuff like that. But what's worked for a long time, most of the time continues to work. Everybody has an off model or whatever, everybody releases something that, may have issues, but the fact that a company's been there that long tells you something, So I don't know. I'm pretty interested. I want to shoot your new Bear. That's what I want to do. I want to play that new guy.
I want to shoot it too. I have it in the box right here.
Hey, that's the best place for it. It's doing you a lot of good right there.
And I haven't even got a chance to do anything with it yet. So
it's still packaged up.
When you do,
bring it on Wednesday. Just bring it to me on Wednesday. I'll play with it on Wednesday. I'll let you know how.
So,
and that's the thing. I think that's where the videos and stuff. I think we can show people why it works. Because there's a lot of look. There's a million billion podcasts and content creators and everything else, but it doesn't really mean anything if I say, "Hey, I love Bear bows." But let's show them why they should love Bear bow.
Yeah,
why it works for you. Hopefully it works for me. I don't know. I gotta maybe fix that rotator cuff before, but still.
Hey,
we're going to do a full build on that bow too, and so the whole build's going to be filmed. Doing all new strings and cables, custom from Phantom, and then we're going to outfit the whole thing with Bear accessories from Trophy Ridge and stuff. But we're going to show that whole build, building the arrows, sighting it in. I mean, it's going to be the whole 9 piled into one video. So we're going to put that together too.
Nice. Yeah. Speaking of products, Stephen, you were at ATA. You were at the 2025 ATA trade show.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And we've got those videos up on our YouTube channel. But dude, talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, so some of those products that I filmed while I was there was just products that either A, I've worked with in the past, or B, I just believed in by using them at ATA. Right. First one is the vinyl harness, and I got one around here somewhere. I don't know where at, but vinyl harness from Striver Gear. He originally came out with one, and it's just easy to use. It's got quick connect releases to where you can just literally take the main harness off and just have the straps on to where you can
Mhm.
move around, take your coat off, whatever, and then it just snaps right back on. Absolutely love it. He came out with a new model. Won second place, best new product at ATA, which was huge for him. That was great. There was another one that it's a back plate that just goes on your back or a bino harness, and you've got a magnet on your bow, and you literally just reach over and just stick it to your back. And then they had a video of a guy running down a road, just a jogging down a gravel road. Guy looked goofier than heck, but his bow's just riding right along with him.
That's cool.
So lots of those products. I'm getting some of those. They're on their way to me. I'm going to have those in my hands, and then I'm going to start testing them more and releasing videos to you guys so you guys can see them and stuff, and then, go from there. I'm trying to think what else was there. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. Talked with a lot of people. Talked with Sarah from Lakewood for a while. She's really good to me and Justin. Justin with Lakewood too, and we need to get you boys on there. But Lakewood's a great product. I trust Lakewood all the time. Me and Justin are both taking them to Africa. Like, Lakewood's a great, awesome case. They're amazing. Aero Company, can't really get into that too much. They're rebranding their name, but they're a great aero company. And then what else was on there, Nick?
Do any with nose down?
Oh, yes.
Nose down.
And
I got nose down.
Justin knows this, but nose down. I'm not. You can't eliminate your scent, and you can't convince me that you can.
No.
They don't have a scent elimination spray. Basically, it's called Eliminate, but it's more or less a cover scent. It's cedar and dirt smelled.
A natural mask.
Yeah, you cannot eliminate your scent. I don't care who you are. You cannot convince me that you can eliminate it. And I'll argue with you until I'm blue in the face that you can't do it.
I believe that.
But all year long, sprayed down with that Eliminate. And then he's got a cover scent also. He's got a ton of different smells or scents or whatever the heck they're called. But I use the acorn spray, and just every so often I just squirt, and I had deer come within feet of me and just walk right by me all year long. I had so many deer pass by me this year. It's not even funny. It just wasn't the deer that I freaking wanted. He either came in right after dark, or he was there right before I got there at light. He was always one step ahead of me, and I could never catch up to him. I finally did catch up to him one time, and he stepped behind a tree like he just knew what he was doing. He stepped behind a tree, stood there, and I watched the sun just go down as he just was standing there behind that tree the whole time. And it got pitch dark, and I finally heard him start walking, and I'm like,
just hurt your feelings.
Oh, he just stood there and laughed at me. And there's so many times I thought about, like, man, if I just lean far enough this way, I might be able to shoot around that tree. And there's just no way, But
was that movie like Wanted or something like that, where they
if I could curve arrows, like the gun thing where he would
remember that Angelina Jolie or something,
shoot the bow, something crazy.
You figure that out, man.
Yeah. So, but his scents are great, but he's more famous for his hats, which is wild. I'd have to go and get one to show you, but he has so many really awesome designed hats and shirts and stuff, and he makes them all himself, and he designs them and makes them. His daughter's the one that makes all the hats, puts all the patches on. Got to meet her while we were there. She was great too. And just overall great dude, honest dude that he took us out to dinner. Like, just awesome guy. So he wants to be on the podcast too. So I was like, yeah, we'll get you.
I think we could definitely, and like if anybody sees these clips or whatever, if they're particular guests or companies or whatever, even if it's not a company that we use per se, we'd be happy to. We've got a lot of contacts, and we'd be happy to try to get some in. There's going to be a lot of people with a lot of questions, especially in the off season, because that's when we're all like, "Oh, can't wait till next season," stuff like that. But there's a lot of companies and a lot of people I'd like to hear from. There's even if it's not, just product stuff or whatever it is. You talk about like Nose Down. They may have great products, but if people love their hats, what's the deal with that, right?
Yeah, but they're just good. They're just great designed hats. I mean, he's got one that's got a patch on it, and it's like Freezer Queen, and it's a doe standing there. Nice. His logo is cool, which I like, but he has hats that are for our age people, but also like my son bought 4 hats while we were there because of, they're just cool, his style or whatever.
I need to break out in the hat department. I just wear the same one.
Yeah.
Until it breaks.
Then there was also a clothing company there that I ran into, and I sat down and talked with them for a long time. And it's more like workout clothes type, but they're all outdoor themed workout clothes. It was called Oryx Outdoors, and
I need to look into them.
I walked by their booth like 3 times, and I finally was like, I'm going to ask them if I can buy those shorts because I don't want to have to wait for them to ship them to me. And so I was like, they look like they'll fit me. I walked up and I was like, I'll take those in an extra large. And she's like, oh, we can't sell those. And I was like, no, I don't. It's the last day. Like, I'll take those. Right. Like, we brought all larges. That was it. And I was like, oh.
Squeeze,
buddy. I was like, I can't fit in all pair of shorts. Like, not going to happen. I was like, no extra larges. She's like, no, but you can go to the website and order them. And I was like, yeah, I really wanted to take them home today. And I got to end up talking to the guy. His name's Cooper, and was talking to him about it and telling him about the TikTok shop thing. And so he got TikTok shop set up this week, actually, and he shipped me out, or I talked to him on the phone today. He's shipping me out a box of clothes tomorrow, and we're going to start blasting on TikTok shop and trying to get him going. But the feel of his clothes were the softest. Like, it was kind of like this material, the shorts were this real slick. It's kind of hard to tell what.
Yeah, I can't feel you.
I know, but it's slick, it's a slick feeling material, but it's really soft too. And their shorts were in a somewhat Sitka colored pattern. I mean, they just were really cool. I really liked them. I wear shorts a lot. Not so much since I lost weight, but
it's 6 degrees outside, but go ahead.
I wear shorts usually.
That's not.
But his clothes were really great, and they were really good quality. He took a lot of time in designing them and everything like that. And so I truly believed in them by just messing around with them there. So I'm excited to get them in to start showing people.
Yeah, I'm curious, but I remember you mentioning that, and I couldn't remember the name, and I might be the worst person in the world about texting back and stuff. And sorry, but
and it's always a phone call. What's up, buddy? Every time.
Well, I feel bad, and I mean, if you text
me,
you
should feel bad.
You just I feel a little bad. Probably not as bad. I don't know if I feel bad. I recognize that I should feel bad though, which is the same thing, I think.
I will give you props though. Last week when your kid was born, I literally called you the day your kid was born, and you were like, "What's up, buddy?" And I was like,
see,
"Didn't figure you'd answer about what's going on."
Man, he's a good baby, dude. I mean, he's just like he's pretty chill. All he wants to do is, I mean, I guess like us, kind of like eat and sleep, and
I mean, and hats off to your wife for getting through all that. I know you guys had a little bit of struggle.
Yeah, it was a little weird there for a minute, but she's feeling better. Just kind of taking it easy. And his big sister, she's doing great. Sab loves him. She'll come in there and she's like, "I wash my hands. Can I poke him?" I'm like,
"Can I poke him?"
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what if he's been sleeping too long, I'll just start like. He doesn't like the whiskers in his face, but that's probably fair too. But we're gonna get him his lifetime sportsman's license for his first birthday, and
Heck yeah.
because it keeps going up. And it was $200 for her. Now it's like $320. So
I wish my parents would have got me that when I was younger.
Well, I have mine, but like in Tennessee, disabled veterans, it's like a $10 one-time thing. I didn't know about it, for like a while, and then when I found out, I was like, damn, I've been spending all this money every year for no reason. But we mostly hunt family land, so you didn't have to have it for a long time. But it's a good thing to have. I mean, I don't love having to have a license to do it and stuff, but it's, I guess, neither here nor there. But we're definitely gonna do it for him. And if he doesn't like hunting, I don't know what to do with that, but it is what it is.
I was a little bit sad you didn't name him Steven. Just saying.
So hopefully she won't see this for a while, but
she will.
We're still calling him Leroy, but we named him after my granddad, and he's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if he knows his name or not yet anyway, so probably going to give him a complex calling him Leroy, but I mean, it's from the time we found out she was pregnant, we're like, it's a boy and his name's Leroy. But that's okay. But no, it's just one more. I mean, we're going to try to have him in the outdoors as soon as possible. We hadn't really left the house too much yet with him. It's just 6 season and stuff. But Sav's been on plenty of hunts. She's not a good bow hunter. Gotta be too quiet, too still. It don't work. It's just if they've got to come inside 100 yards, she's not the right hunting buddy at all, and she ain't sitting the turkey hunt either. So we'll get there. But
were we supposed to keep this to an hour?
Ish.
I mean, we can wrap up at any minute.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do one of those Rogan style podcasts where it's 6 hours or so. We're not that interesting. So
I'm telling you right now, my wife will be in here before long going
100%.
Oh yeah, we're at an hour and we're at an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean,
my wife's already texted, but
but hey,
mine hadn't. She might be asleep with the baby, so I don't know.
Mine,
but, no, I'm glad we did this.
Mine coming here made
talking
cereal
about it, but I'm glad we did it. I know for everybody that watches this might not have been the primo podcast you were expecting, but get over it. It's the first episode.
Hey, look, like I said, that we've got so many things in the pipeline, and it's only going to get better.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely,
we had to get this first episode out. We had to introduce it and talk about it, and because it was eating every one of us alive. So we're so excited for everything that is to come from all this. And yeah, it's a lot.
Be good though. It's gonna be good. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're here.
Well, hey, if that's it, then I guess I'll go ahead and sign us off. So thank you so much for watching the very first episode of Deer Blind Dudes. Yeah, that's
the other thing.
Dudes.
That's the other thing.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and
I appreciate y'all.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Yes, sir.
See you guys.